Our first speaker, and Lexi, hopefully I get this right, Lexi Kopitskie.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I do this on a volunteer basis.
There's one in the back.
We're open to tips. She is the manager for the Chamberlain coins, and although she's young, oh God, I hate it when people say that.
Me too.
You know, when you turn 60, the whole word young seems so out of place. But the good thing about turning 60 is we don't buy extended warranties. We can trust our best friends who are the same age with our deepest, darkest secret because they won't remember. And we finally get to collect on all that health insurance we paid. Let me tell you, life is good. But let me get back to this. She's young. She has really taken a huge interest. She even gained her, or she even gained.
Even gained his fiance.
Yeah. Wait a minute here. Money can be fattening. No. She actually gained or met her fiance from the store who was a customer. She put together a presentation on the many forms and uses of gold throughout time. So for those of you that have never dabbled in gold, for those of you that invested in gold, Lexi is here tonight to put you on the right track. So let's give Lexi a very warm pa-cha-ka-cha welcome.
Gold has been around for hundreds of thousands of years. It has many purposes. We often see it in gold nugget form, which ranges anywhere from 80 to 85% in purity. It's even found in Colorado. Although most of us are familiar with fool's gold or iron pyrite, you really can't mistake the bright yellow, shiny luster of gold. Gold has many uses, even coins. In 560 BC, Croesus, the leader of what we now know as modern-day Turkey, issued the first standard purity gold coin. It features a lion and a bull butting heads with an inku stamp, where it was actually stamped into the coin, not just onto. As time goes on, we continue to see that the major powers are releasing coins, such as Alexander the Great. This is the Macedon stater. It was the first coin to really circulate. It features Athena and an image of victory. Julius Caesar issued this next coin, the Roman aureus. It was in 46 BC. Many Roman coins were used as propaganda to impress their successors. That's Julius Caesar on the right and Octavian on the left. There's all sorts of ancient gold coins. There's almost too many to count with how many there are, and they're often hard to authenticate because stamps weren't standard. Although lots of coins have been produced and circulated, they didn't always stay around. When Venus ruled the seas and controlled most of the trade, their coin, the Venetian ducat, was the first coin to really circulate and be widely recognized. It features, in 1848, the discovery of gold brought over 300,000 people to California to start their lives as miners. And they used to exchange a pinch of gold for their items. However, there's a huge demand for small coinage, so jewelers began to privately mint coins out of gold to circulate for coins, the California fractionals. Clark and Gruber, originally bankers, moved from Kansas to Denver to start their coining operation in Colorado. They took gold in, melted it down, and turned it into coins to circulate. They were essentially privately minted coin. That features Pikes Peak in Colorado, which really doesn't look much of a mountain. There are all sorts of odd denominations, even a $3 gold piece. It wasn't very popular among the public, but most think it was around probably for the purchase of stamps, which were roughly 3 cents in the 1850s. It features an Indian princess design on it. Unlike the $3 gold coin, the $4 gold piece, the Stella, it wasn't issued or ever used, but it was produced. It was supposed to be the first universal coin exchangeable with any currency. However, it did get rejected. There were some restrikes made, and although they weren't ever used, they are around in existence. So they're kind of neat to see. The US did eventually have standard gold coins like the $5, the $10. This is the $5 Indian, where there was only one flaw with the problem. It was an Inku stamp, so once again just stamped into the coins, so it got a bad rep with the Spanish flu epidemic because germs would get into it, and then as they circulated, it would spread coins. The new and improved Indian design was created by Augustus St. Gaudens, who was a famous American sculptor. He was hired by Teddy Roosevelt to redesign the coins himself. He even designed his inaugural medal. So although he did end up passing away, he created one of the most beautiful coins around. Before he passed away, though, he did create the famed $20 St. Gaudens gold piece. It's easily one of the most favorite coins around, especially when it comes to investing in gold. People just remember it, so they really like it. The cool thing is you could even legally spend that for $20 today, although you wouldn't want to for the price you're going to pay. However, before gold certificates, you used to be able to walk into a bank and exchange your bills for gold coins. However, it was originally for bankers. It wasn't initially for people. It did transfer that way. And they even had a $1,000 bill that you could legally spend or trade in. However, once again, you can't do that anymore, and they're even illegal to own. In the US, we modernly see gold the most in jewelry. It's typically 10 karat, which is 41% gold, or 14 karat, which is 58% gold. There's a high premium attached, so normally we just use it as a fashion statement, not an investment due to the high premiums. As opposed to Asia or Middle East, they're one of the largest consumers. They actually use jewelry as a place of value, more like an investment. So typically their gold is sold pretty close to actual gold cost and weight. Their gold's usually made out of 18 karat, which is 75% gold, which is considerably more pure than ours. Nowadays, we buy bars or coins. We typically get asked, what's the difference between bullion coins and bullion bars for investment? We like to say a bar is just a square coin and a coin's just a round bar. There's not much of a difference, really, just the most basic standard way to buy gold in a generic form. In 1967, however, we issued our first gold investment coin from South Africa. It was the gold Cougarand. Although it contains a full ounce of gold, it's only 22 karat gold alloyed with a little copper, so it's a little darker of a look. At one point, it was the most popular because it was coin form, not just bar form like we were accustomed to. However, in 1979, Canada's Mint released the Maple Leaf. It's the first pure gold coin, which is extremely highly desirable. It's not alloyed with anything. It's not to say it's any better, but people definitely prefer it, and it has the backing from the Mint, where the bar has the backing from a private company. In 1986, the US joined the games, and we created the 1 ounce gold eagle. It's also 22 karat gold, but it's alloyed with silver, not copper. And this one, modernly, you can spend that for $50, once again, because it's legal tender. All US coins made are legal tender. You can spend them at any time. Finally, in 2006, the US released their first pure gold coin, which easily takes the cake for the most popular. People love the fact that it's American-made and it's pure gold. But at the end of the day, gold is gold, no matter the form, and we all wish we had more.
Thanks, Lexi. That was great. All right, now, get all that gold out. Having worked in the optical industry for a number of years, I remember we used to have a guy that would come around and where I would collect old parts from old frames. He would get all the old gold frames and pay me money just to be able to take them because they did have gold content. So once we leave here tonight, if you have your father's, grandmother's glasses, look at them. If they have gold, call me.